So I figured I would quickly do a video following up the community post that I did last night, where I was basically talking about how I believe that beautiful Latin women are hated. And the reason why I say this is because I saw a Vogue video, and it was a makeup tutorial that Jennifer Lopez was doing, and I was like reading in the comments or whatever how hateful the people were. And I'm not saying like I'm the biggest J-Lo fan or whatever. I think she's a beautiful woman. I think she's a great dancer, and as far as her music goes, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not, the biggest, fan. She has some songs that are okay, that are fine or whatever. But, I'm not the biggest J-Lo fan, but at the same time, I'm not a J-Lo hater. She doesn't seem like a bad person, in my opinion. She seems like a decent person. It's just something that I've noticed because even in my real life, like especially growing up in New York City, the beautiful Latin women that I knew always had so many problems. And I kind of feel like it's almost taboo to talk about it because, sometimes they'll talk about their experiences with one race of women or another race of women. And to me, I kind of feel like I saw it across the board with different races of women that these women would get hatred from. All right. And I'm saying this as somebody myself who even I've been through things. And I'll get this out there right now. I'm not trying to say that I'm the best looking person. You know what I mean? But even I've been through things here and there. Now, I haven't had it as bad as some women that I have known who had it really bad, who were like the standard, what people in the hood would consider the standard. You know what I'm saying? And they would have it really bad. And this was like regardless of like their skin tone, whether they were whiter Latinas or whether they were darker Latinas, because if people are not going to be honest, people don't bullshit me. And this is anybody that grew up in the hood. If it was a dark-skinned Latin woman in the hood that everybody thought was bad, they thought she was bad, regardless. Okay? I don't want to hear any bull crap about the color stuff, all right? Because I knew plenty, and in most cases, even back to when I think of my junior high school experience, the girl who was like considered she was a beautiful girl too. The most beautiful girl in the school was Puerto Rican and Indian from, Indian. Not Taino Indian. I think her dad was the Indian one and her mom was the Puerto Rican one. Very dark skinned, very beautiful girl, the most popular girl in the school. So I don't want to hear it. And I knew plenty of girls in high school, the same shit. I don't want to hear it, all right? And even those girls went through pure hell with some other girls, and not just girls, with guys too. Because I think that there's this thing where there's that added layer to it when it comes to Latin women, because then there's all these stereotypes of Latin women being loud, aggressive, over-sexualized, fetishized, that they dress too sexy, they probably have a bunch of kids and all that stuff, all the negative stereotypes. So people will throw those negative stereotypes immediately at those girls just because of the way they looked, even before they even would say anything. And so sometimes people were just really, really nasty with them. Just, again, straight off of the way they look. They didn't know nothing about these girls. These girls didn't have a bunch of kids. They weren't ratchet. None of that. None of it. And in a lot of cases, it's like that. But people don't want to talk about that like that because I think it's easier for people's egos to put, these negative or their negative projections out on these women that are beautiful because it makes themselves feel better. So if it's not that, and if it's a quiet chick that may be the most popular or whatever, or she was very popular, she was a snob if she didn't want to talk to everybody, right? And even I've heard that snob shit my whole life, and I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll take it, I'm a snob, fine. It is what it is. You want to call me a snob? Call me a snob, that's cool. And again, I'm putting myself in there because I've went through things myself in my younger years, mainly. I still go through things occasionally. And I'm not saying that because I'm like great or whatever. But, I have gone through things, but, mostly it's stuff that I saw, with other young women. And, when I saw that video with J-Lo, that Vogue video, and just the comments in there were crazy. oh, the lighting is like this. Oh, this is definitely filtered. Oh, and the video was not filtered. That was not a filtered video. That was her. And for a woman that's in her 50s, she looks fucking fantastic. Even though she's a quote unquote white Latina, because supposedly we age like everybody else, right? You know, we age so bad. She's aging wonderfully. And to be quite honest, she looks better than most 50-year-old people, point blank, period, regardless of race, ethnicity, or anything. So, you know, and I think that that kind of, you know, gets people upset in their feelings. Why? I don't know. You know, she's also a celebrity, so you know, the millions or billions of dollars that she has, that's going to also help. If she's naturally attractive and then she has all of this money to help her look a certain way, and plus she can work out for 6 to 8 hours every single day. Most people can't do that, but that's her job. You know, that's her life. So it's like people are so, they get so like, they see her and they get so caught up and they just want to throw these negative things at her. It's like, wow. And it's really in the end just because of the way she looks. It's really just because of the way she looks. And they did similar crap to Amara La Negra. That's why I put her picture in that post too, because I remember people saying all types of shit about her too. You know, that she's, you know, in blackface and, you know, just kind of just talking about the way she looks, or her hair's fake, this and this and that. You know, she might wear extensions, but whatever, like, who cares? And it's because she's a beautiful woman. And, like, if she says something that people are not going to agree with, then people are going to want to jump down her throat immediately and label her as this bad person. It's like, yo, like, what the hell's the matter with people? Like, it's like people can't have opinions on shit. And the minute that you have an opinion that's a differing opinion, it's like people want to crucify you. And especially if you're, you know, an attractive person like these women are, you're really going to get crucified. And I do believe that Latin women get crucified really, really heavily. And now I will say that this is something that crosses all races, all ethnicities. Like, if you're an attractive woman, a lot of times people are not going to like you. Point blank, period. All right? And that is just a fact. And I think society pushes it the other way around. Like, if you're an attractive person, that everybody likes you, everybody wants to be around you, everybody's nice to you, everybody kisses your ass, and that's a fucking lie. A lot of the most attractive women I knew, they had the most horrible, a lot of them had the most horrible, fucked up lives, people treating them horribly their whole lives. All right. And they would go through the worst shit, and people would just make the automatic snap judgment that just because they looked a certain way, that they had it easy. And in like every case that I've known of a very attractive girl, they were raped, they were molested, they were beaten, they were in domestic violence situations, they fucking grew up in extreme poverty. They, like, if it's not one thing, it was something else, you know? And I think that people like to paint this thing on these attractive women just because it makes them feel better, because they feel like shit about themselves. They feel like shit about themselves. And they may have had a way better life than this attractive person, this attractive woman. But they're just making the snap judgment off of her looks. Right? And then people are so kind to people that are not that attractive. And I think people should just be kind to everybody, regardless of what they look like, right? Respect is given, respect is earned, da 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 da. Just basic levels of respect people should just always get, right? But I do believe that attractive people really do fucking get it bad. Attractive Latin women get it really bad. So this is just my thoughts. I'm already like almost 10 minutes in. And yeah, I wanted to talk about that. So I'm going to go for now, and I'll see you all in my next one. Take it easy, guys. Bye.